That's a lot of you. So my most popular video to date has been my in-depth Omen teleport guide. And since then, my most requested video has been, oh, where's the update? Where's the Abyss guide? Where's the Haven guide? Here it is. Stop asking me. But anyways, yeah, this is going to be a re-upload of my original Omen teleport guide with Omen, Haven, and Abyss added on as well. So if you've already seen the first Omen teleport guide, don't expect anything new. Skip ahead to the tail end of the video using the timestamps to, you know, get to the new content. And if this is your first time coming to my channel watching the video, ignore everything I've said. There has been no other Omen teleport guide. This is the only one. Please don't click off the video. I need views. But anyways, yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the Omen teleport guide, starting with Ascent. We're going to start off with Ascent here. Now, there's a couple of teleport plays that I like to do on Ascent, and I'm going to start on A. First is a very simple one. Once you get control of A main, and after this is smoked, and Heaven is smoked, what I like to do is I like to blind across like this, and I like to TP right here. The reason why I TP right here is the only angles that you're really exposed from is if someone is close here, is if someone is tree, or if someone is coffin. Now, the chances that someone are playing right here and right here are very slim. So normally what I do is I make sure that I'm facing my teleport backwards like this, so I'm focused on the tree angle right here. What this does is this gets a lot of space for your team, it gets a lot of information, and it lets you pinch the guys on front side as your team is flooding out from main. If you have a Sova or a Sky or anyone with hard recon, I will wait until my team clears out that recon for me, so that I know like where I can flash and where I can TP to, or if this TP is gonna be completely countered. Because this TP is countered if anyone is sitting like on this half right here. If anyone's sitting like over here-ish, if anyone's sitting over here, they're not gonna really be seeing you. The only people that can really see you are the people that are right here and right here. So that's like the risk and reward of that TP. So I like to do that play when I have some hard info like Sova Drone, Sova Dart, Skydog, etc. Coming up next, this is a play that I like to do on eco rounds. So rounds where I have like a Stinger, rounds where I have a Spectre, or just any close range weapon, even a Shorty, a Bucky, a Judge. So what I like to do is I will wait until the enemy team throws a smoke right here. And the reason why I'm waiting for the enemy team to throw a smoke right here is you need to get right here in main, because you're going to be smoking right here and on tree, and you're going to be teleporting right here on top of generator from your smoke right here. And then from here you have a couple of options. You can sit in here and wait for your team to scout for you. What you can do is you can come out back here, and the added benefit of this smoke right here, I'll throw it again. The added benefit of this smoke right here is it covers you from the majority of sight. It only reviews you from back sight, so you can fight the guy generator. You can fight anyone peeking out heaven. You can fight anyone right here, or you can go from here. And okay, if I could get back up here, that'd be great. And then from here, sometimes what I like to do is a very risky TP is I like to TP right here. If I'm planning on teleporting right here, instead of smoking tree, I will smoke right there, so that once I actually TP here, I'm only exposed from sight, and the chances that they're going to be looking right there are pretty slim. Or alternatively, you can also teleport right here into this corner. This TP gives you a lot of versatility that you can work with, but the main caveat of any TP on A site in particular is you need to have some sort of information. So really only do these plays on A site with information, because there's really no good teleports on A that I know of, at least, that will work without some form of information. So play off of sound, wait for initiated utility, etc. So, coming over to B on attack here, this is a play that I will spam on pistol round a lot. So, normally my pistol round buy for Omen is I get a frenzy, both smokes and both teleports for this play. Or if I'm feeling it, I'll get a ghost, both smokes and just one teleport. What I'll do is I'll throw a very bad smoke right here, and I want you to take a look at how the smoke is thrown. Notice how this smoke does cover heaven, but notice how there's a gap on the right here. We're going to be abusing that gap. We're going to teleport right here into this gap. What this does is this isolates your fight from logs. It isolates the fight here, and it isolates the fight right here, because the chances that someone is in all three of these is very slim. So you're going to be throwing a bad smoke right here. And this smoke is fine, because after you teleport right here and fight anyone in this general vicinity, you're going to be pushing this smoke, and then you're going to be fighting market. the chances that people are going to expect you to push out of this market smoke are very slim. So oftentimes you'll be able to post up right here and market with your ghost, or you can play a bit closer with your frenzy here, and then you can catch off any spawn rotates and any market rotates. And if you're sitting right here, you're also not exposed from sight at all. So this is a good way to get some free kills on people rotating with their knives out, because oftentimes they'll be rotating from here with their knives out, and you're just going to be sitting right here ready to pop them with your ghost. And as long as your crosshair placement and micro adjustments are good, this should net you quite a few free kills. Alternatively, what I like to do with this teleport is I like to use it to get to switch. So I will TP right here. I will clear inside of the smoke, and then I will teleport right here and switch. This has the added benefit of this gives you switch control early, and then it lets you smoke this off, and then this lets you isolate those fights, but also gather information for your team. You close this, and then that's the entry for your team. So instead of your Jet having to dash to switch, or your Raze having to satchel to switch, they can focus on satcheling over this and actually getting sight control. So those are the main two teleport plays that I use for A. Sometimes what I do is I will smoke here and here. I will blind this right lane right here, and I will just teleport to switch off rip. This is a pretty risky play because you are exposed from quite a bit. You're exposed from anyone peeking out CT, you're exposed from anyone stairs, and you are exposed from anyone logs. But this also has the added benefit of, again, giving you a lot of information very quickly, giving you a lot of space very quickly, and paired with the flash, you have the opportunity to just kill someone as they're blind, because the chances that they're gonna, like, expect you to be right here are very slim. And that's the thing with OMEN teleports. You need to be very, very timing based with them. Your timing has to be very, very good, or else you're just going to get punished very, very quickly for them. Let's move on to defensive teleport plays that I like to do. Okay, so on defense, a play that I like to do is I will throw a smoke right here. I will flash this and I'll TP into the smoke. Again, this has this sort of the same versatility as this smoke right here. If I'm feeling like a little bit threatened from top mid, I'll smoke top mid as well. What this does is this allows you to teleport right here, catch anyone off guard right here. This gives you a lot of tile space. This lets you sit fridge if you want to kill anyone coming out from cat. You could walk up, and if this is smoked, you could just sit sub Rosa and hold top mid for your team. The smoke gives you a lot of versatility. When you're smoking up here and you're teleporting, it's kind of obvious what the play is going to be. So an alternative version that I like to do is I like to smoke heaven, and I like to have my KO or my Sky flash this as I TP. And if they're flashed, I can go up here, I can kill them, and if no one's there, I can, just drop back over here, clear anyone's spawn, etc. Another defensive play that I like to do with OMEN, with the teleports in particular, is I like to smoke this off. And then what I do is I will either sit in this smoke and swing out and get ready to kill someone here, like such. Or what I'll do is I'll throw a deep smoke like this, and then I'll teleport into this corner right here. So the smoke is very versatile compared with the teleport, because no one will actually see you teleport. The only way that they'll be able to tell where you teleport to is if they end up hearing you teleport. But then from here, you can go here, you can have a shorty right here. You can wait in the smoke. You can even replenish the smoke if you want when it's about to go down. This is going to deny them all of that early B space. And if I were to be waiting for the barriers to drop, this is the combo I would do. I would flash first, I would smoke, and then as the smoke is forming, I would TP right here. This is a very aggressive play. Again, this is to be used on full buy rounds where you know that you are going to have enough to buy for next. But this is also to be used on rounds where you are ecoing or on pistol round. Because this is very aggressive and very risky, but this is a very high risk, high reward. Heading over to A site, I don't really have that many teleport plays that I like to do on A. But if I were to choose one, it would be to smoke right here like this. And then to either teleport into wine like this. Which can get you timing, but in all seriousness, you could just shift walk over into wine. I like to teleport there if, I feel like getting there quickly. So, like, as soon as the round starts, something that I would do is, like, right as the barriers are dropping, I'll hug the barriers, I'll jump out, and I'll TP right here without the smoke sometimes, just to get a little bit of space here. This also opens up this flash for you to do right here. You blind anyone main, you kill them, and then if things get fishy, you can just teleport out. Or even if things get fishy, you can just teleport right here and get ready to fight them again if you want. All up to you. Not very many defensive plays on A, on Ascent here. Let's move over to the next map. Alrighty, coming over to Bind now. Here's some attacking TPs that I like to do on Bind. So if you have showers control, a TP play that I like to do is I like to smoke on top of here. I smoke on top of truck right here for my team. And then what I'll do is I'll flash like this, and I'll teleport into this. Okay, I'll teleport on top of triple, like such. And then I will either teleport heaven, like this. If I know that nobody's heaven, I'll teleport heaven. Or if I don't know, or if I'm not sure if anyone's heaven, I'll teleport right here, and then I'll kill anyone running out of spawn here. Again, this is a very risky teleport, because if anyone is sitting around this area, like holding like this, like holding showers from here, they're going to see you TP, and you're just going to die. It's really that simple. Again, with a lot of these Omen teleport plays, something you have to remember is these plays are inherently very risky. An alternate smoke I like to throw is right here. And these plays are inherently very risky, but it's kind of like that risk-reward thing. These plays are all high risk, high reward. So you need to use your judgment on whether to use these. If you want a good rule of thumb, use them on eco rounds, use them on rounds where you know that you can buy for next, or use them on rounds where you have hard information on where the enemy is, so you know where to expect them. Again, and I'm going to be probably repeating that all throughout the video. That's just the main thing that you want to remember. This is really the only TP play that I like to do out of showers. This is really the only one that I like to do, just because there's a lot more value in just smoking normally for your team. Well, not this smoke, obviously. This smoke is bad. But like, there's a lot more value in just smoking normally for your team, and then pushing out with them, and then saving your TPs for, like, you know, late heaven TPs like this or something like that. But if you want a good play, teleporting on top of triple and teleporting backside has gotten me quite a bit of free kills. Best paired with initiator utility. Coming over on A short here, this is where a lot of my Omen plays on bind come in from. So I'll just run through them as fast as I can here. So first, you've probably seen Dr. Freeze and Flexen to use this play, where you smoke on top of truck. You smoke close right here. This is to be used on eco rounds and pistol rounds. You come up here on this box, TP into your smoke, or alternatively, you can come from short and then you know, teleport from short. Again, this play does require quite a bit of practice, and I am a bit out of practice, but essentially the idea is you're teleporting up here at the same time as you're triggering this teleport noise, so it makes it sound like you teleported, when in actuality you're here, and it just creates a lot of mind games for them. From there, same deal, you teleport into this corner right here, and then you kill anyone backside, CT, whatever. You can also use this. You can also use that smoke to push out of CT if you want to get a cheese angle on people running with their knives out rotating. This play has a lot of versatility to it. And this is the one that you see me use most times. But if I want to do an alternative one, I'll smoke on top of truck here. I'll smoke right here for my team because this is the better smoke. I'll flash lamps like this, and then I'll teleport right here. Oftentimes, when people get flashed in lamps, they have two main escape routes. So someone's holding lamps right here, and they get flashed. Oftentimes, what they'll do is they'll either back off fully into lamps and run away, in which case that's good for you, or they'll be in this corner right here, waiting out the flash and getting ready to kill anyone that comes out. And this is where this TP and flash combo really shines, because one, you're covered from sight mostly. You're going to flash right here, and then you're going to teleport right here. And you'd be surprised the amount of times I've gotten free kills of someone full blind just sitting in this corner thinking they're safe, and then I just get a free kill. And from here, you're not really exposed from sight that much. So here you get to clear close, you get to push into lamps if you want. You get to clear lamps, or you get to get an angle on like the triple cross right here as well. And it's just really, really good for clearing sight for your team. But notice how before I'm doing all these smokes, I am still smoking for my team, so that in case something goes wrong and I do die, my team isn't completely up a creek without smokes. And these TPs are mainly to be used on fast rushes anyways, so we're assuming that they're not going to be rotating. So if you have these smokes up, then that's going to really, really help out your team. Alrighty, I'm heading over to B now. I usually throw the default smokes like this. I'll flash the right side like such, and then I'll teleport default right here. The reason why I teleport default right here and flash the right side is because oftentimes what people will do is they'll just drop a smoke right here, so you get a free teleport into default without really exposing yourself from sight. The reason why you smoke here and here is so that if there's no smoke here, you can still do this teleport. And the reason why you're flashing the right side here is you want to cover all the danger angles. So notice how right here, when I'm sitting right here on default, the angles that I'm exposed to are right here on the side of hookah, and also cubby right here. And if you'll notice, that is exactly what the flash covers. The flash covers this right side of hookah, and it also covers cubby and a little bit of backside as well, or anyone coming out of CT. So right here, you flash here, you TP right here, and then anyone who's blind on either side, you'll get to free kill them, or if there's nobody here, then you get to sit right here and you get to just basically farm free space for your team, and giving your duelist an easier time getting on site because you've given them information, you've given them space, you've given them map control, and it's just going to make your execute infinitely easier. So that's the main play that I like to do here. Sometimes on eco rounds, what I'll do is I'll throw a bad smoke right here, and I'll also smoke elbow right here. And then what I'll do is I'll TP into the smoke right here, and then I'll immediately go and I'll TP into this corner right here. The reason why you TP into this corner right here is because if you TP anywhere else, you're exposed from CT, and you're also exposed from anyone playing front side. If you're playing in this corner right here, the only angles that you're exposed to are anyone sitting back side, anyone cubby, anyone here. And I doubt, if you're throwing this smoke right here, that they're going to expect you to be back side. But again, you have to read your enemy, you have to figure out what's working and what's not. And if your cross replacement and aim is good, you should be able to kill anyone backside here. So that's an alternative play. This is a play that I like to use on eco rounds a lot, or on rounds where I know that I have a lot of money and I have nothing to lose. But other than that, for my main entry, if I'm stuck entering on Omen, I'll usually use the flash TP combo, or I'll just sit default. Heading over to short now. I don't really have too many TP plays that I like to use on short. What I like to do sometimes is when my team is rotating, what I'll do is I'll fake 2 TPs and then I'll TP myself. What this does is this will make the enemy think that 3 people are rotating. So you can single-handedly fake a rotate for your team. Because if they see that 3 people are coming down long, right? And then say this is smoked off. You fake 3 consecutive teleports. You fake 3 consecutive teleports, you fake 2, and then you go yourself. You basically faked an entire rotate for your team. This is going to draw rotates away from sight. And not only will this give you a good lurk timing up showers, but this will also make it so that anyone who's greedy will swing out and swing into both of your teammates, or they'll just rotate off site, and then your teammates will get a much easier time clearing site, because where there was 3 people, there will most likely be only 1 person on site just anchoring instead of the full site hold. So that's a TP play that I like to do with the teleport here. I like to just fake full rotations for my team. But if you want a good play to actually get yourself on site, what I like to do is I like to flash across like this. So what I do is that flashes this side right here, and then what I can do is I TP into elbow. The reason why I TP into elbow here is if you TP really anywhere else on site, I've seen some Omen players teleport on top of this box right. Teleport on top of this box right here. This is a bit iffy. A teleport on top of this box right here, and granted that there's a smoke right here and a smoke right here, you're still exposed from quite a bit of sight, so I don't really like that play. Sometimes what I'll see Omen players do is I'll see them try to teleport to default, but you'll see that from where you teleport here, you're exposed from a lot more angles than if you were to teleport to this default. So I don't really like the default teleport, but if I'm going to go for an aggressive teleport play, I will throw smokes like this. I'll flash across like this, I'll clear this, and then I'll immediately TP into elbow like such. What this does is this lets you take a lot of elbow space early. You can sit right here, and while the smoke is still up, you could even push up all the way here while the smoke is up, because you are covered from spawn here. You sit here, you get this off angle right here, or if you want to re-smoke this and hold that space, you can pinch and backstab with your team on site. All in all, the elbow TP is a really, really good teleport. I use it pretty often in my bind games, and I'm sure that you will find success from it in your own ranked games. So heading over to a defensive TP setups, there's really only one. This is one that I like to do on short A. This is where I will smoke right here at the start of the round. I will flash the right side, and then I'll teleport right here. This is a extremely risky play, and I will usually only use this play when I have a stinger, but notice where I teleported. I'm teleporting right here, so that I'm not exposed from here. I'm exposed from anyone sitting right here. If anyone's right here, I'm dead. And then everyone on the right side will hopefully, in theory, be flashed. So these guys will be flashed. And then what you can do is you can sit, you can walk up right here, and then you can kill anyone running out from here while they try and dodge your flash. Because if they're going to be flashed, they're probably going to back up behind your smoke. They're probably going to back up here, and when they're coming out to reclear the space, you're just going to be sitting right here ready to kill them. Again, only use this on eco rounds because it does put you in a one and done angle at the end of the day, and one and done angles aren't good unless you have nothing to lose, in which case an eco round, a pistol round, etc, etc. This is a very stupid play, and I've only done this once on a full buy round, and I'd say this play has like a has like a 45% success rate. So this is a very risky play, and it doesn't work the majority of the time, but when it does work, it pretty much just wins you the round right there, if they are going in. But if you can get this play off successfully, most of the time you'll get enough free kills if your trigger discipline is good enough to pretty much win you the round right there. So if you want to take the 45% chance to win the round, go for it. But if you want to have like a better chance of winning the round, like a 50%, and your team is cooperative, you're always better off just either gamble stacking a site or pushing something with your team. But if you want to do something solo to hopefully net you a round win on an eco, I like to use that play. Okay, let's go on to the next map. Alrighty, moving on to Breeze. Now, Breeze is going to be a very short map for this tutorial. One, because you shouldn't be playing Omen on Breeze. What are you doing? Learn how to play Viper. And two, there's just not that many plays that you can do that I know of. And if there are more out there, the effectiveness of them aren't really worth discussing in this video. So, but let's start off with attacking A. The main play that you'll see me do when I'm attacking A is I'll be smoking right here. I'll be smoking right here. I'll flash the right lane like such, and then I will teleport right here. The reason why you teleport right here on default is the same thing as the bind teleport. You're only exposed from one main angle, and that's close left and close right. And the guy on the left will be blind, so you only have to worry about the guy on the right. And oftentimes the guy right here will be focusing on your team right here. They won't see you, let alone hear you. Teleport to default, so you get a free kill like this. I've gotten multiple free kills from just shooting this guy right here. And that's really the only play that I like to do. Another alternative play that I sometimes do is I teleport on top of the pyramid here. This is mainly for post plants, and this is mainly for like 2v2s or 1v1s where you have information. So say you know that they're not flank, and say that you know that they're not doors, and you know they're both funneling out of main. I'll TP up here and I'll just kill them both like this. If I want to get extra cheeky with it, I'll TP right here. This is a little bit more of an aggressive angle, but this is also a 50-50 angle because they could be upper and they could be lower. So normally you'll see me TPing over here, right here, so that you're only exposed from anyone coming out of here or anyone immediately peeking out of upper. Because if you'll notice, there's a tiny little sliver where they can see you. So if someone's peeking out of upper and they for some reason clear you, you're exposed a little bit from there, but at the end of the day, it really shouldn't be too likely of a scenario. Coming over to B here, I really don't have any TP setups for B that I use a lot. I'd say be situational and be creative without set plays, but if you want a set play that I do, sometimes what I'll do is I'll smoke close like this. I'll smoke on top of here, and then I'll just TP into the smoke right here. And then from here, what you can, you have a couple options. You can drop down and try and kill the guy backside, but oftentimes they're going to know that you're here. You can teleport all the way backside here. If you want to sort of catch this guy off guard, just make sure you're not exposed from backside. Make sure you're not exposed from like McDonald's or like actual backside. When you're doing this play, this is a very risky play. And I would say to do this on eco rounds with a stinger, but since Breeze is such a massive map, you're kind of forced to do this on a full buy round because all the fights that you're going to be taking with this TP play are going to be long range, unless you're just going to be dropping and trying to kill the guy backside with a stinger or like a joke or something. But yeah, finally, let's move on to A. There's one set play that I like to do on A defense. Just one, just because this is really the only good one. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be throwing a one-way smoke right here. If you want the one-way right here, you're putting it on top of this ledge right here. Like such. Right there. You're putting your smoke on top of that ledge right there. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be teleporting right here. What you're going to do is you're just going to sit up here, and you're going to shoot their toes as they come by. Really, really super simple. If you want to make this play a little bit extra safe, you know they rush, you can flash and then do this TP right here. And even when the smoke fades, it still creates a little one-way for you. You sit here, you kill anyone trying to come out. This is a good way to lock down A and to punish over aggressive enemies, but really the amount of value you're going to get from this on a day-to-day basis is really nothing to write home about. So let's skip over this map and let's go to the next. All right, icebox. Icebox is one of those maps where you have a lot more Omen plays to work with. So I'll try to go into them as fast as I can. So a play that I like to do on attack when I'm attacking A is very simple. I will throw a one-way on the right here. I'll smoke right here. I'll flash the right side, and then I'll jump, and then I'll TP right here. You can TP from right here to right here pretty easily. And when you're here, look at what you're exposed from. There's a one-way smoke right here for backside. no one's going to be really playing in front of this smoke because they're just going to get shot by your team. So really the only angle you have to worry about is anyone in this general vicinity, but whoop-de-doo, you just flashed this. So these guys should be blind, and really another thing you have to worry about is if anyone's playing like right here on top of screens. If anyone's in this general vicinity, like in this box, you're just dead. But if you know that they don't play there, or you know that they like to play backside a lot, say there's like an operator right here that's always like bullying you or whatever, do this play on them. Oftentimes you'll be able to get a pick, and then from here, if you have a second teleport, if you're planning on teleporting back rafters instead of smoking right here, you're going to be smoking right here. What I like to do from there is I like to teleport either right here and then get a nice angle on anyone coming out of screens. I clear back sight with this angle, or alternatively, you can teleport bottom sight like this. Same idea, except, you know, instead of being upper, you're being lower. You have a lot of that versatility. Or you could teleport up here, and if you want to get a little bit juicy with it, you could teleport behind default right here. Maybe get an angle on anyone swinging out here. You have a lot of options from that spot, so just be creative, use your initiator utility, and make sure you're not just blind teleporting, and make sure that your timing is solid. Moving on over to B here. A play that I like to do quite often is I like to after this and this is smoked, what I'll do is I'll sit on top of here. I'll wait for my initiator to flash this. I'll TP on top of yellow. What this will do is this will let me quite easily. I completely messed up that nest smoke. The nest smoke should be up here, not here. This will let me isolate, fight with any guys on site, and this will also give me a really, really good angle to kill anyone here. And if I just want to sit up here for the rest of the round and hold snowman right here, if things get fishy, I can just drop back like such. I can, but another thing that I'll do sometimes to get a little bit more space is once I'm up here and once I've made sure I've cleared sight, I will teleport into the smoke up here. I completely messed it up. This one is a little bit of a long shot, but I'll teleport into this smoke right here. Then what I'll do is I'll use this to clear kitchen right here, and then I can sit here, hold mid. I can sit like right here and get like a pixel angle in mid if you're feeling nice that day, or what I'll do is I'll just push kitchen. I'll like sit in this corner right here, or I'll play close like this, and just get any free kills of people that'll 99% of the time have their knives out running through trying to rotate with their team. So that's the play that I like to do with B. Let's head on over to defense. So on defense, what I like to do on B is a play that you'll see me do a lot is I'll smoke right here, and then I'll TP on top of this box. What this does is this one lets you actually no this smoke should be a little bit more far forward like this. Sorry about that. The smoke should be a bit more far forward like this. You're be smoking right here. You're gonna be teleporting right here on this box. What this does is this gives you an angle right here to shoot anyone coming out of here. This also allows you to also teleport up here. I get an angle right here, and the reason why you're throwing a smoke outwards like this is because when you're here, you only want to be focusing on this one angle right here. You don't want them pushing out here on you. Or alternatively, if you want to be covered from that angle, you smoke on top of this box right here. And when the smoke fades, you can teleport on top of this box and then hold anyone coming out. Very versatile play. You can get a lot of value out of it. Or also, this is just a solid one-way. If you're, you know, sitting right here, this is just a solid one-way right here that you can hold. Even if you throw it like a little bit more like this. It covers a little bit more area. And also, another set play that I like to do is I like to just TP right here. Again, the same amount of versatility that you get from the other TP. You get an angle on anyone coming out here. You get a lot of early picks. But the caveat with these angles is these are one-and-done angles. If they see you and they start shooting you, you will die. So make sure that you're confident that you can get at least more than one kill in these angles, and you should be able to convert that into a round win pretty easily by giving your team numbers advantage. A 4 versus 3 on defense is very, very favorable, especially on a map like Icebox, where planting the spike is absolutely imperative, and it's difficult to plant the spike when you're at colossal numbers disadvantage. Coming over on A, this is probably one of my favorite Omen teleports that I like to do. There's two that I like to do on A. I'll start with my least favorite one, and then I'll go to my favorite one. For this one, you need to know how to do this jump right here. If you don't know how to do this jump, look up a tutorial on YouTube for the full in-depth thing, but if you want a little rundown, what you're doing is you're aiming roughly in the general vicinity. You're holding W and A, and you're air strafing like such, but right at the very apex of your jump, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be attaching to the rope and then immediately jumping off, so like such. What this will do is it'll give you a little boost, which you can then use to bop yourself up on here. It takes a bit of practice, but once you get it, it's actually pretty easy. I can even do it like frontwards and backwards like that. Or there's a way to do it where you just run straight from here, and then you do like a crouch jump. I don't personally do that one. I know some people who do, but normally the most reliable one is this rope one right here. So once you get up here in the pre-round, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be teleporting right here at the start of the round. You're going to be teleporting as soon as the barriers drop. You're going to be either teleporting right here, or alternatively, you can even teleport on top like this. What this will do is this will give you a timing to kill anyone coming here. And then if things go fishy, you just TP back to site. Simple as that. A very simple play. The next one I like to do is very risky, but also very high rewardy. What I will do is I will smoke right here. I'll have my teleport primed, and then I'll jump off of the rope, and then I'll teleport into the smoke right here. This all happens as soon as the barriers drop. So in real time, this is what it would look like.
Cover going out.
Like such. What this will do is this will let you isolate a fight on people coming out of jail here. It'll let you isolate. It'll let you push up here and kill anyone in spawn. This play isn't good against people that rush and util dump off rip. So if they have a gecko that flashes this, you're kind of cooked at that point. But if you know that you're playing against a team that likes to play slow, or a team that likes to sit and spawn and wait out, or a team that likes to default, this is a good way to break up defaults, because if you can get over right here, you get a free spawn peak right here where you can pretty much kill anyone that's in the general spawn vicinity. You can also swing out here, get a fast flank. Very, very versatile teleport right here. Alternatively, what you could do is, if you have a teleport primed, you could go over here, and then you can teleport like right here. This is also extremely risky, and this is only to be used if you know that a team doesn't push out very fast. So use it in your own discretion. But normally what I would do is I just use this teleport right here. I TP right here. I get a free fight on people here, people here, people here, blah, blah, blah. And if there's any other agent that you can use to get to right here, this is also good. I'm going to pull up a clip of me doing the same clip of this like same general thing, but with Raze. Okay, so if you look at this clip here, you'll see that I satchel right here off rip before they can actually do anything. If the clip would load, that'd be great. I nade this. I do get flashed by the gecko here, unlucky, so I just have to strafe left and right here to make myself a difficult target to hit. Boom. I kill this guy. These guys don't even know what's happening at this point. They have their knives out. Boom. I kill this guy, and this is just good aim, good crosser placement at this point. They don't expect me to be pushing up this aggressively, this fast. And then what I do here is I just get the ace. But notice how you if you stay wiggly and you keep your movement good, you can very easily go left to right here, make yourself a mobile target, swing in and out from behind this pillar, kill anyone here. So even though it looks like you're exposed from a lot of angles, if you stay wiggly, you can absolutely isolate your fights here and net a lot of free kills. Even if you don't have an Omen TP, this can be applied with Raze or with any other character that can get to this point before the attackers can get past this point. So a Raze, Satchel, an Omen teleport, etc. And those are really all my set plays for Icebox. Let us move on to the next map. All right, moving on to Lotus. On attack, there's not very many exec TPs that I like to do, but one that you'll see a lot of Omen players do in higher ranks is you'll see them teleporting across like this. The benefit of this is you get to dodge the Raze nade that they throw here, or any util that they dump here. You get to just TP over right here, like such. You get to wrap them. If they start to push, you wait for your footstep timing, you kill them as they're pushing. If they're looking at your team, you might be able to get a alert up here. You sit here, you get to clear this for your team. You just get a lot of space for your team here, like such. When you're actually ready to exec site, granted this is cleared and that is smoked off and this is smoked off. A play that I like to do is sort of the same as on bind. I just TP on default right here. You get a lot of space for your team. You get to pinch anyone on site, and anyone who's there would be blind. If you want to get a little bit more risky with it, once I clear here like this, I'll TP into the smoke right here. What this will do is this will allow me to fight anyone drop and allow me to fight anyone spawn right here. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll hold the angle like this so that anyone who's rotating out of here will get popped, or anyone who's rotating out of here will get popped. I'll sit back here and then I'll hold this. Or you can just go into drop right here. You shift walk and then you kill anyone on site right here. You kill anyone back site. Or alternatively, what you could do is once you flash like this, what you can do is you could just simply teleport backside. If you're coming from tree, However, a play that I like to do is I would like to one-way this, and then I keep this smoked. I flash the right lane like this. I flash the right lane like this, and then I teleport into drop like this. So the one way here will make it a little bit awkward. I teleport either into drop, which is very risky because if anyone is sitting drop, you're dead. Or I'll teleport on top of the box right here. I messed it up. You teleport. Okay, Rito. Anyways, you teleport on top of the box here. Again, this is risky. You're still exposed from heaven. But granted, heaven is smoked, and this is smoked right here. You should be able to get a free timing here. It's just all in all a good TP. A-site is very, very good for Omen. You'll see a lot of Omen play on Lotus, and very rightfully so. Moving on to B here, a play that I like to do on B quite often is I will smoke right here. I'll throw a smoke right here in heaven. I'll flash the left side, and then I'll TP right here into the smoke. Caveat with this is if anyone is sitting inside of the smoke, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. But if anyone is sitting right here in heaven and they're like, oh diddly darn, I'm smoked off, I'm not going to sit in the smoke, then what you get to do is you get to swing out and you just get to kill them for free. I like to do this play a lot on pistol round because oftentimes the pistol round buy that I use on Omen is, again, I got a ghost and 2 smokes and a TP, or for this play in particular, a good buy is a frenzy, both smokes and both teleports, because if you have both teleports, you're here, you have your frenzy, you get to kill anyone here, and this is going to be the majority of it is close range fights. And then what this also allows you to do is this allows you to have a second teleport for later in the round. Say you want to backstab them as they're coming out of main. You just come right here, and then as they're coming out of main to retake the site, you just blast them like this. But this is granted that they're flank. The second TP gives you a lot of versatility, but if you are not comfortable with the frenzy, getting 1 TP and a ghost makes this play work perfectly fine. And again, you'll start to notice a pattern with a lot of these teleports is a lot of these teleports are making it so that you're exposed to only one angle at once. And if you are not exposed from one angle at once, you're flashing one of the angles, so you only have to worry about one. Another one I like to do is I like to flash the right side, and then I will TP on top of these boxes right here. Pretty self-explanatory what this one is. You get a angle on anyone link, you get an angle on anyone here. If this is smoked off, and if this is smoked off like this, you don't really have to worry about heaven, you only have to worry about link and then site. But if you're flashing the right side like this, and then you're TPing right here, you should be absolutely fine doing this teleport. So, when in doubt, teleport on default, teleport on the safe plant. 9 times out of 10, it'll be a good Omen TP, depending on the map. So, coming over to C here, once you actually get mound control, TP play that I like to do is I like to smoke right here, I smoke waterfall, I TP into the smoke right here, and then I TP backside like such. This one is also pretty self-explanatory. You get an angle on anyone playing bend, and granted that your team is flooding out with you, they're not going to know what to shoot at. They're going to either be shooting at you and your team kills them, or they're going to either be shooting at your team and you kill them. Either way, it's a win-win for your team. The thing with this is CT isn't going to be smoked, so oftentimes what I'll do is I'll just flash CT like such. I'll clear it out. And then an angle that I like to do is I like to sit in this corner right here, and I like to hold wide. The reason why you hold wide is oftentimes what will happen is when they're clearing, they're going to be clearing this right here, and they're going to be right here, and I'm going to put the spray right where I am, and look how wide they're going to be when they clear it. So you're going to be holding very wide here, so that once they actually come out and clear you, you just get a free kill, because the chances of them hard clearing this corner, especially in solo queue, and especially in the majority of the ranks that you, my viewers, are in, platinum or below, they're not going to be clearing you here. You can even do this multiple times a game if you want, or if you're a little bit scared and you want if you want a surefire play, you throw a one-way right here. You sit right there. That would be a full side exec for me in a perfect world. Again, remember, you could die off rip. Someone could be sitting in the smoke and you die. Someone could hear you TP and they're ready for you and you die. So there's inherently risk with these teleports, but this is solo queue. You need to be risk versus reward. If you want to hit Radiant, you need to have a screw loose. Anyways, coming over to A now, you've probably seen this teleport play done a lot, and it is this one right here. What you're going to do is you're going to just simply flash the right side here and teleport right up here. I've seen this everywhere from bronze lobbies to VCT. This is the most cut and dry Omen play on Lotus. You get a lot of versatility. If you even want to throw a one-way smoke, there's a one-way smoke you can throw right here to hold the space for you. This is a tried and true one. Everyone uses this play for a reason, but there's this one play that I saw Flex Ninja do on day 1 of Lotus's release. It wasn't even day 1. Flex Ninja got early access to Lotus, And I saw him do this play right here, where he smoked right here, he flashed, and then he teleported into the smoke right here. And then what he did was he just sat in the smoke, he swung out, and then he killed anyone here. This is another good play that I like to use, and this is one that I don't see used a lot, because oftentimes people will be like, oh, this is just a one-way smoke, but in actuality, you're sitting inside of this quote-unquote one-way smoke. My entire desktop just closed. And you're sitting inside the one-way smoke, and then you just swing out here, and then you kill people unsuspecting here. You can prepare this with a flash if you want extra security. You prepare this with a flash, you teleport like right here or something. Like, it's just, you get a ton of versatility out of this one. Absolutely would recommend this one. As far as aggressive teleport plays on B, this isn't really aggressive, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll just teleport right here off rip, and I'll play this rad angle right here. If you know that they're rushing B, chances are they're not going to clear you, and they're not going to spam you, and you just get a bunch of free kills here. Pretty cut and dry here. On C, a teleport play that I like to do is I'll either TP here off rip. This is very risky because one, they can absolutely see you teleport, and two, you'll be most likely spammed here. Or another play that I like to do is I like to one-way this, and I'll TP onto this off angle right here. This gives you a very nice off angle right here where you can hold here. It also lets you teleport right here and right here if you want. If you don't want to waste both your teleports, you one-way that. You teleport here, and then you teleport back here. Not back here. You're supposed to teleport right here. And this will let you kill anyone in C main. But again, very, very risky, and I would not recommend doing this unless you're on an eco round or you have nothing to lose. Or you have another piece of utility setting you up: Sky Flash, Breach Flash, Sova, Dart, etc. Let's move on to the next map here. All right, split time. Split is Omen's playground. That is quite literally all I have to say. Omen is a phenomenal character for solo queue on Split. There's so many teleports you can do, but here are a couple of my favorites. Number one, you're going to be throwing a smoke right on top of here. You're going to be teleporting into the smoke, like this. And then you're going to be either teleporting rafters. From this smoke, you can teleport into hell. From this smoke, you can teleport into backsite. You can teleport on top of this box. You can teleport backsite. From this smoke, you can teleport into heaven if you want. Nothing much more needs to be said. This is the best Omen set play in the game, and you cannot prove me wrong on this. This is the best Omen teleport play in the game. There's so much versatility. There's not much the enemy can do about it, and it's just all around a phenomenal play. Use this in your games, especially on pistol round, and you will get a plethora of free kills. Like, I cannot even express to you how many free kills I've gotten from this play alone. It's absolutely phenomenal. Anyways, so another set play that I like to do with Omen sometimes is if Heaven is smoked and if CT is smoked, I'll blind the right lane like such, and then I'll just TP right here. Simple as that. From here, you can fight CT with your team. You can TP back sight and kill the guy back sight. If you hold your flash until this point, you can flash right here, and then you, like, you know, go here, you TP right here, you TP up rafters, whatever. There's a lot of versatility you can do with Omen TPs on B site. There's a ton you can do. An absolute metric ton. Alright, heading over to A here, the most common play that you'll see me do with Omen on A is this play right here. What you'll do is you'll have your flash initiator, whether it be Sky, Breach, KO, etc. Push up ramps and then get ready to flash Heaven off of your call. At the same time, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be flashing the right side here. You're going to be teleporting into your smoke right here. Man, I've been recording for too long. My teleports are getting rusty. You're going to be teleporting into this smoke right here. Your flash initiator is going to flash Heaven. You're going to swing out. You're going to get a free kill. You're going to teleport right here and say you want to smoke this off as well. You're going to teleport right here. You're going to get a free kill. You can also teleport, like, I don't know. Not right there. What am I doing? You can also teleport, like, right here and get a free kill. There's just so much versatility you can do with this play as well. And that's the thing that I say. Omen on Split is very versatile. Now, believe it or not, I hate Split. Split is the worst map in the game. I hope it gets removed next patch, and I hope it gets removed permanently. However, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with Omen on this map, so that's just one redeeming quality. But yeah, you have your flash initiator flash this, or if you don't have a flash initiator, in turn you could flash this yourself, but then you're open from vents and you're open from all this. It's always better to have your flash initiator have a heaven flash for you, but if not, you could always sit here and flash it yourself, but this also kind of telegraphs what you're doing because you might get pre-fired once your flash goes out. Just something to keep in mind. And then yeah, from here, once you're here and you get a free kill and your smoke is up, another thing you can do is if this is smoked right here, you can teleport right here into the smoke and then fight anyone here. You can teleport into the smoke here and, you know, like fight elbow. You can fight elbow. You can fight anyone on site. There's just a lot of versatility you can get with this TP here. So that's the main one that I would go to on A. Swapping over to defense now, a play that you'll see me do a lot is I'll TP right, I'll smoke this, I'll flash this, and then I'll sit right here, and then I'll do a fake TP out here. This will give you a lot of info on anyone blind, or you could just, alternatively, if you want to use the teleport for that, you can just smoke this, and then teleport right here, and then hold this angle right here, and if things start to get fishy, you just flash them, and you dip. Yeah. Moving over to defense on mid here, something I like to do a lot is if I'm sitting heaven like this, I will throw a smoke right here. I'll flash the right side like such, and then I'll teleport into my own smoke right here. And if I'm feeling a little bit juicy with it, I will teleport on top of the frog, and I will kill anyone coming out of here. Pretty cut and dry, not many more details to do on this. On B, a play that you'll see a lot of OMEN players do is they'll flash this, and then they'll teleport right here. Again, pretty cut and dry teleport. If they don't know that you're there or they don't clear you, then you get a lot of free kills. Or if they're already out at this point and they're blind around this area right here, so say Zelsis is sitting right here, right? And then he's blind. You TP right here. He's gonna be moving into this box for cover. You just wall bang him and you kill him. That easy. All right, next map. All right, Sunset. Again, another very cut and dry map. Most of the times you're going to be smoking right here, and you're going to be smoking right there. Notice how the smoke is a bit more off to the right. It looks like it's troll, but that's intentional. You flash the right side here. You teleport like right here, or if you want to get a little bit extra juicy with it, you can make sure that you're fully teleporting into this corner, and then you get a lot of site space for your team. Alternatively, what you could do is you smoke right here.
Shadows traveling.
You smoke here.
Shadows traveling.
You flash the right side and you teleport onto default. Same idea. You're exposed from this half of sight, but this half of sight is going to be flashed. You're exposed from the right side of sight, but at this point your team should be flooding out behind you. It should be pretty free. Those are the set plays I like to do on B. Not a crazy amount that you can do on B on attack. Mainly what you'd want to do is you'd want to just flash the right side, smoke the defaults, and then come out and clear stuff for your team. I usually only use this TP if I know someone is front sight, like if someone's ratting right here, or if someone likes to play like right here, or I know that no one's going to be actually seeing me teleport. That's when I'll usually do that play. Or, as I said before, use your initiator's recon utility. Sova Dart, Sova Drone, Skydog, hecking Gecko Flash, whatever. Use your initiator's information utility to your advantage. Your recon initiators with OMEN are your best friends. If you are not absolutely glazing them by the end of the game, you are playing the character wrong. Anyways, a play that I like to do is I'll smoke heaven and then I'll teleport on top of here. Pretty self-explanatory. What this does is this lets you get a one-way angle on anyone peeking market. Blast him right there. Since heaven is smoked, this is a very risky play, but because heaven is smoked, this is a lot less risky. You get a cringe angle right here. You get a lot of space. Very, very good. And on a set play that I like to do a lot is I'll flash across like this. And then once that thing is blind and my duelist clears out elbow for me, I'll smoke here, I'll smoke CT, and then I'll teleport. Not right there. What am I doing? And then I will teleport right here. The reason I teleport right here is because this lets me fight sight from 2 different angles, but this also gives me the option to very, very sneakily go right here, hold this angle for rotates, I sit here, hold this angle for rotates, hold top mid. It lets me even push further into spawn if I want to. All in all, it's just a good, all in all, it's just a good set play. I like to do it a lot. Yeah. Moving over to defense here, a play that I like to do on mid. There's no real plays for A that I like to do, in all honesty. Just be creative with your teleports. There's no real set ones that I like to do. What I like to do is I like to smoke top mid, and then I immediately teleport right here. As soon as the barriers drop, you smoke top mid, or if you don't want to telegraph what you're doing, you sit here with the barrier, and then you teleport right here off rip. And then you kill anyone coming tiles. Simple as that. If they hear you teleport, you're dead. If they pre-fire you, you're dead. If they have brains, you're dead. But if they don't immediately know what you're doing, then this play should be pretty good. Coming over to B. Now, a play that I like to do on B is once they have all the B main space, and once this is smoked off, what I like to do is I like to wait for them to tap the ultimate orb. I flash the ult orb, and then I teleport right here. You'll most of the time get at least 1 free kill here, and if they don't know what hit them, then oftentimes you'll be able to spray transfer on multiple. I've seen Dr. Freeze use this play a lot, even in like high radiant lobbies. This is good. You wait for them to tap the ult orb, you flash in the general vicinity of the ult orb, and then you teleport to the opposite corner. Freeze kills of your life. If they don't tap the ultimate orb, but they are making a lot of footsteps, you can also flash off of the footsteps. So say that they're right here, you flash that, and you TP into the opposite corner. Absolute freelo. Alrighty boys, welcome to Abyss. Now this map has been out only for a little bit, and I will be completely honest, I have not sat down and actually labbed out a lot of Omen plays for this map, but there are a couple that I will share with you. Mainly them being on A, but there's a couple on B and there's a couple mid as well. But anyways, yeah, so here is working with. So normally on Abyss, I'll be smoking right here, and I'll also be smoking Heaven, which allows me to blind the right side and then teleport right here on default. I sort of teleported a little bit short here. Ideally, you'd want to TP either on default so that you're not like super exposed from back sight here, or alternatively, you're gonna TP on top of this box. This one's a little bit more risky, but it, I don't know, sort of gives you a little head glitch into CT. Again, this isn't the best play in the world to TP on top of the box, so normally what I will end up doing is I will end up just sitting right here, generally, with this being smoked and of course this being smoked. The danger angles you have to watch out for here is when you're teleporting right here, obviously you're going to have to watch out for this corner right here, because if you're blinding the left side, the right side here is going to be completely open, and if they're just sort of sitting right here holding main, they might hear you and they might look over and they might kill you. So normally to, you know, at least be sort of ready for that fight, what I'll do is I'll make sure that I'm actually facing this direction when I come out of the TP. But that's just a little thing. So if they're sitting anywhere on site except for this spot, you'll be fine. But just know that if they are sitting right here, it's going to be pretty easy for them to just blast you right here. Or if they're sitting right here, if they even turn slightly this way, they're going to see you pretty much immediately, and they are going to be able to hear you. Now, this other play is definitely an eco strat play, or if you're just feeling a little bit more aggressive than usual. This is a play that I sort of saw Flex Ninja do, is where you smoke right here, you smoke right here, you jump across like this, and you teleport like right here. Again, this TP is very, very difficult. I missed the TP. You're supposed to sort of aim it so that you're on this box, you're on this box, you're on this box. You're either on this box or you're going to be sort of on this ledge. And the sort of idea behind this teleport is you're going to just be getting into a really, really weird off angle at the very start of the round. You can even try and teleport inside your smoke if you want to, but, you know, as you see here, I've completely messed up. Again, this play does require quite a bit of practice. And as it is probably very well shown, that is exactly what I am lacking, practice. So yeah, again, ideally you're going to want to be either teleporting inside the smoke, or if you throw it a bit forward, you're going to be teleporting behind it. But if you're right here, this is probably the best version of the play. You know, honestly, I'm just coming up with this on the fly. Alternatively, you probably smoke Heaven. You smoke right here. And then once you teleport either inside or behind this box, you're fully covered from heaven, and, you know, I guess there's a gap there, you can utilize that. But still, this is a very, very aggressive play, but it allows you to get an off angle, and you still have 1 TP left, so you can sort of go for this play, I guess, if you want. But anyways, that's really all I've got for A. Abyss, even though in theory it should be a very, very good Omen map, because of like all the spots, there's really not too much you can do teleport wise. Omen is still like very much an S tier pick on this map, but as far as the teleports go, there's not really much for you to go off of. But again, if you guys have any ideas in the comments, feel free to let me know. I am genuinely curious. I wouldn't really play Omen on this map, but if you do decide, there's some for A. Coming over to mid here, there's just really one that I can think of, and that's just this one right here. It gets you some pretty early mid space, because I'm pretty sure the buy barrier is like back here, if I'm not mistaken. So if you sort of just run up and then so if you sort of run up blind and then after that get your TP going like right here, you're like really, really exposed. So there's not really too much you can do in mid on the attack side. On the defense side, you get a little bit more leeway, because on defense you can just, you know, hit him with one of those. This is pretty safe, because if you time it correctly, if you time it correctly and you hit it correctly, only your shadow is going to be coming out, and you can easily get up either up here or in this corner pretty much in the time that it takes for them to run up and actually be able to see you. So this teleport's pretty safe to do as soon as the barriers drop, but I wouldn't recommend doing this at any other point in the round. And that's sort of the thing with Omen teleports. Even though there's not a lot of set plays on this map, Omen is still pretty good on this map because of just the impromptu plays you can come in. Because on this map, there are really no plays that I can think of or that I've seen that work every single time. But again, be creative. But normally, as a rule of thumb with Omen, if you can smoke off a danger angle, if you can smoke off the majority of the danger angles and then somehow find a way to teleport onto the default plant, that is generally what you're going to want to be doing, because default on every map is designed so that if you plant the spike there, you're only exposed to one angle, and that angle is smoked, so it protects the planter. So the same concept can apply with Omen teleports. Just teleporting onto the default plant, you're 99% of the time going to be safe. So if there's a scenario where you would plant the bomb and you'd be safe, you're fine to teleport there. But anyways, yeah, so I'm on B, just going over the smokes. Normally you're going to smoke in this and this, or alternatively you could also throw a little bit of a smoke further up like this, but just know that it gives them this space where they can jump on top of this box and sort of get a cheese kill on you. But again, that's pretty rare, especially if someone's holding this, then you should be fine. Again, I will probably, if I think of any more, or if you guys think of any more, please let me know in the comments below. But that's really all I got for Abyss. On the defense side, a teleport that in theory would work well is if you teleport right here as soon as the barriers drop. But again, this is very risky, and you would normally need some kind of initiator setup for you, flash, stun, molly, or some kind of CC. Because once you teleport over here, you are exposed from quite a bit. You're exposed from here. If anyone's out here, you're also exposed from heaven here as well. But the added benefit here is if you get into this corner and you want to get out, this is a pretty safe way to get out. Because normally if you're like here and you're hiding from this angle, in order to get across, you're going to be exposed for multiple seconds to jump across, and even then you're not guaranteed. So this is a pretty safe get out of jail free card. If you do want to do it, you're going to line yourself up with the box here so that the box is covering this. You're not exposed from heaven, and then you're just going to go for the TP right here. You're fully safe from everything. I think they can sort of see your shoulder here, but I'm not too sure. And then you just go off scot-free. But again, if you want to go for this play, just know that the second you teleport is very risky, but if you somehow get a kill and get out of this alive, this is your get out of jail free card. And then coming over to defensive plays on A, there's definitely one that you should be abusing, because if you smoke right here, oftentimes what's going to happen is people are going to be like sort of funneling around this smoke right here. They're going to be jumping on top of this box here is mainly what I see, and trying to peek over the smoke. which you can absolutely abuse this because while their eyes are locked over here with the smoke, you can very, very easily just teleport right here behind them, hope that no one is sitting in this area, and try and get a multi-kill. But again, extremely, extremely risky. Would not recommend on a full buy round or a round where you're not going to have credits. If it's a full buy round and you have like 9,000 credits or like even 5,000 credits going into the next round, you should be completely fine to do this play. But still, it's a bit on the risky side. But if you like have a KO to set you up with a flash, it becomes a little bit more safe. But still, there's this play right here. But this play can also very easily be modified to go into this corner here. You're a little bit safer from here, but it's very much easier for you to get spotted. Or if you want to get really, really fancy with it, that kills me apparently. If you want to get a little bit more interesting with it, what you could probably do is if you're jumping off of here and you don't know how to do this strafe jump right here, as you can see, I have not practiced it in the slightest. You could honestly just TP here. Again, they will hear you, they will shoot you, but if you're feeling like living on the wild side a bit, that is an option. There used to be a spot on this map that Flex Ninja pointed out where you could teleport on top of this thing and get a really, really cheese angle up here. They patched that, but if there's any other ones, I haven't really tried to find them, and neither has Flex Ninja or Dr. Freeze or really any other Omen players that I know of. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for Abyss. Let's move on over to Haven. All right, boys, and welcome to Haven. Now, Haven is definitely a map, unlike Abyss, that I am very, very confident in my Omen plays on. I used to spam Omen and Brimstone on this map. Admittedly, mainly Brimstone on this map, but I still have quite a bit of plays that I used to use back in the day, back in episode 4 when I was actually good at this game. So let's start. So over here on A, a very, very common play you'll see Omen players use is, they're just going to TP right here. What this does is this sort of beats the cross here. Oftentimes what you'll get is you'll get duelist players with an operator holding this cross right here and waiting for you to swing. And normally the idea behind getting across this is you'll have your Jet smoke this or your Cypher cage this and you'll sort of get across. But if you want to instantly beat that cross without the smoke, without them knowing that anyone crossed, you just teleport here off rip and you can pretty much get into short for free. Now, once you get into short, there's a couple of options for plays that I like to personally do. First off is to beat this smoke right here. Oftentimes enemy teams, when they know that there's people pushing short, they're going to throw the smoke right here. So a very, very simple, easy play that I like to do is I blind and then I teleport in this corner. Simple as that. I sort of messed up the corner a little bit, so excuse me, you're supposed to teleport into this corner. This is safe, because this blind is going to cover all of this area. You teleport into this corner right here, and then you get a free kill on anyone sort of ratting in this area. It also puts you in a good spot to smoke for your team and to sort of clear off your angles one by one. This allows you to slice very easily. This allows you to clear all of your angles one by one. So this is a very, very good option for full buy rounds, is if they smoke right here, there's a very, very real threat of you teleporting right here. This teleport is pretty invisible. I think they can sort of see like the little shadow particles coming off of this edge of the wall right here. So watch out for anyone sort of sitting right here getting ready to spam you. But other than that, you blind and then you just TP in this corner here. I messed up the blind a little bit, but y'all get the idea. Coming on over into another teleport for short. This is one that I like to use on eco rounds a lot. So you're going to be rocking your Stinger, rocking your Spectre, Judge, Bucky, whatever you got to do. So this is a play that I like to use for ecos. You're going to throw a smoke on top of this box right here. You're going to smoke off heaven for your team. You're going to blind. You're going to TP into your smoke right here. And then you're going to TP back on top of this box here in CT. Now, you have two options for the second smoke. You absolutely want to be smoking up here, but you can either smoke heaven for your team, which is a pretty, selfless smoke, or if you want to be really, really wackadoodle with it, you smoke up here, you smoke CT like this, and then when you do the play, okay, my teleport messed up, and then when you do the play, you'll have a lot more options from CT, because oftentimes they're not going to see you. They can sort of see your legs, but if you step forwards like this, they won't be able to see your legs as easily. And then as they're coming out of CT, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's a smoke here. Whatever shall I do? And you're just ready to blast him with a stinger. The only real threats to this are if by some miracle there's someone sitting in short that you just completely miss, and they're going to see you. Plain and simple, they're going to see you, because like your head is about right here on this box. There's like Mr. Pelican right there. Your head is about right there on the box. They're gonna see you over the smoke. They're absolutely gonna see you. So this isn't safe if anyone's here or if anyone's, you know, like knows the play. Obviously, if they know what play you're going for, it's gonna get punished. But that's also where you use this play in combination with teammates' utility. And I cannot stress this enough. Use your teammates' utility, footsteps, gunfire, noise, enemy utility, smokes, etc. to mask your plays. You do not want to be doing plays like this dry, especially if you're going to be burning both teleports to do it. You absolutely do not want to be doing these plays dry. Always, always, always combine them with something else. But anyways, yeah, so that's my short play. Coming on over to long here, if heaven is smoked, there's this blind TP I like to do. It's sort of like this, and then you're sort of gonna aim your teleport to be right here. What this does is this sort of hides you from anyone that would be, you know, sitting in graffiti, holding this. It's sort of kind of gonna hide you here. But again, this is a very, very difficult teleport to pull off, and it will require practice, which I do not have. But in theory, if you can get your teleport to be right behind here, and notice right here, you can't see my eyes. Face reveal at, I don't know, 100 Twitch subs or something. But if you see my eyes, I'm looking at my mini-map right now, and you want it so that your TP is going to be lined up with this right here behind the box. And the goal of this is if anyone on the right side is going to be blinded, they're going to most likely run towards CT. So the goal here is to swing CT. And if you don't see anything, then you're going to sort of just wrap around back sight and try and backstab the sight people. But again, this is a very, very difficult, very risky play to pull off. It requires heaven to be smoked, and you're just going to pray that no one is sitting like in graffiti, because they will most likely see your shoulder and you will get punished. Unless you teleport a little bit further, but whoop-de-doo, you're exposed from CT. So simple solution there is to smoke CT, but again, you're going to be burning pretty much all of your utility in 5 seconds. In order for this play to be completely optimal, you need to blow every single piece of your utility except for one teleport, and even then I messed it up. But still, if you can pull this off in a real game, send a clip in the Discord, which, you know, you should join, by the way. Free coaching on stream. You get to be in my videos. Very, very cool, very swag. Join the Discord. You get to send me clips. Even though I don't reply, I'm not as active as I should be. I do still watch the clips. I do still keep tabs on the server, so don't worry about it. Coming over to B here, there's a very, very simple play I like to do on B. I smoke on top of here, and then a teleport, simple as that. Now, I know what you're immediately thinking. Oh, Berate! Oh no! I'm just gonna get spammed! I'm just gonna get spammed if I teleport to the smoke. Look how far they have to spam you. Now, most of the time when you're spamming a smoke, so say I want to spam the smoke, right? There's a very, very tiny area in which I spam, which is just the length of this choke point right here. Because realistically, I'm spamming the smoke like this. I'm like, you know, like I'm just holding down left click and hoping for the best here. But with this play, look at how much space they actually have to spam. And that's even just with this smoke right here. They have to spam from this platform to this platform. Imagine if you put the smoke like a little bit deeper so it covers more of the platform. You can be anywhere in here. And by the time that they are unloading their clip on you, you're already teleported back sight, ready to backstab their whole team. Ideally, with this play, you're going to want to blow both your smokes here. You're going to throw a smoke on top of this. You're going to throw a smoke right here. You're obviously going to be approaching from window here. You're gonna TP into your smoke here. You're going to TP back sight. This one's a little bit tricky. You're going to TP back sight. You're going to blind. You're going to do whatever you got to do, but easy, super easy to get back sight. And even if you don't TP, even if you just sit in the smoke, Do you know how much pressure this creates for the enemy team? Because this also gives you options. This gives you mind gain options. If you're doing this every round and say getting 1 kill, getting 2 kills, getting lurk timings, what if you just, while your team is going C, and you know, they don't really need a garage smoke, you just throw a smoke on there? The enemy team's going to be scared. They're going to have people, you know, hanging around B. They're going to be spamming the smoke, giving away their position. They're going to be like, hey, yo, I think Omen's B. No, Omen's B. He's been doing this every round. Oh, what a loser. And then you're just getting C site for free. And then this is a perfect segue into C site. Here's how I like to attack C with Omen. If no one is going garage, you throw this smoke. If they are going garage, you throw this window smoke. Pretty self-explanatory, but for this instance, we're going to be throwing the smoke right here. Throw the CT smoke. You're going to blind the right side like this. You're going to blind the right side like this. And you're going to teleport on the default just like that. You'll notice a pattern with my Omen TP plays. The end goal of a lot of these site entry type plays are to just teleport onto the default plan. A couple of honorable mention teleports if you already have the site. There's this teleport right here. And say this is smoked off, this allows you to get a really, really cheese head glitch angle into CT. That's another option. Alternatively, if you want to get the cheese head glitch, but you know, a little bit further out, you can sort of get it right here, but this is more of an off angle than a head glitch because they're just going to be sort of sitting here. And then, you know, you've probably seen Omens do this one. There's this right here, which you can use to spam their toes into garage. Caveat of this, CT needs to be smoked, but still pretty self-explanatory play. There's a lot of spots on C. You really want to be abusing the verticality on C, and you always want to be playing in a spot where you can drop back. So a good off angle, I do like playing this angle right here. Holding the garage walkout. If you have something for CT, whether someone's holding it or smoke there, you have this angle, and then if they push out, they flash, you get blinded, you get gecko, mollied, whatever, you just drop back and you're completely safe. And then you can hold CT with your team, use your other teleport to go back platform. It's really self-explanatory. Yeah. And then for garage on attack, there is a very, very simple play I like to do. I blind this, I teleport right here, and I get my free kill timing walking here. You sit here and you hold your free kills. Don't swing all the way out here, because here you're exposed to multiple angles. They could be anywhere in this area. You're going to hold this off angle right here. You're going to wait for them to swing into you, probably with their knives out. Bada bingus, bada boomist. You're going to sort of just walk over and then take your C control. This play is very, very much distractionary based. You're going to want to have like your entire team going C long, or your entire team, you know, pressuring C long at least, to sort of bait that rotation. And you know, anyone in here is here. Oftentimes Cypher players will put their trip going across like this. You beat the Cypher trip. Oftentimes Killjoys will put their alarm bot right here. This teleport pretty much beats the alarm bot. Your only danger angle is if someone is like sitting right here holding this, but well, look where they're exposed to. They're exposed to your entire team pushing C long. Like, it's, I mean, I guess this can get countered if there's a smoke here and then they're sitting and holding this off angle, but then, you know, if your team decides to spam the smoke, kablooey, they're dead. And, you know, you get the mini-map refrag off of you dying. Like, there's layers to this, but really this play isn't as risky as it seems. This play is pretty safe, all things considered, because you, quite literally the only angle you're exposed from is right here. And you just get a free walk up here, and then you just, you know, hold CT like this. But again, don't listen to me. Try it yourself in a game and see if it works. I'm just giving you options here. So coming on over to defensive plays on A, there's this one that I like to do. You've probably seen every single Omen player and their mother use this play. You're gonna just TP on top of this box. You're gonna be throwing this one way. Very simple. This play is very, very telegraphed. Since every Omen player and their second cousin uses this play, oftentimes once this one way goes up, they're gonna be pinging up here, and they're gonna be spamming you, because this play is extremely telegraphed. But if you're in low elo, or if you're against a team that you know likes to rush, run it down, all aim, no brain type teams, this is a good outplay for them. But in normal games with enemies that have frontal cortexes, you're not going to be really using this play that often. Just Just trust me on this one. As far as defensive plays for long go, there's this one I like to do. Again, sort of the same idea as some of the other plays. You're getting into an off angle early with the intention of sitting and hoping they don't hard clear you. In order to make this play a little bit more safe, I would throw this smoke right here. And then this makes the play a little bit more safe because it gives it the option to go inside the smoke with a shorty. I've preached this 1,000 times. Get a shorty when you're playing Omen. It is so broken to just pushing your smoke with a shorty, going guns blazing on them. Like, what are they going to do? Shoot back? No, it's a shotgun. But yeah, no. There's this smoke that makes this play a little bit more safe, but generally I wouldn't like to waste the smoke here. If you want to do an absolutely psychopathic play on A, and by psychopathic, I mean, I think this works 1% of the time. I personally have only ever pulled this off once, and this was after like 100 attempts over like 3 months of trying to get this play down back in like episode 4. So here's what the play looks like. You are going to be immediately sprinting up to here the second the barriers drop. You're going to be blinding, and you're going to be teleporting right here in this corner. I know this sounds absolutely insane because it is, but when I tell you this play just instantly wins rounds, this play instantly wins rounds. Because look at this. So the barrier is about right here. So the barrier for A starts about right here, I'm pretty sure. And then whenever they're ready to push in, it's going to take them 1001, 1002, roughly 2 seconds to get to the point where they can see you. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be timing it, pushing 1001, 1002. You blind as they're coming across. You get in this corner and you wait. If they clear you, you're cooked. And honestly, the thing that kills this play most of the time isn't them actually seeing you at the start, it's them clearing you. So if they don't clear you, you're fine. They walk past you, don't shoot. This is very important. Do not shoot, do not cash out. Your goal is to get a timing on them in short. They're not going to expect a flank this fast, so you're just going to walk down short and get ready to just blast them as they're planting. Because at around this point in the round, by the time you shift walk and get to this point, there's going to be a planter right here. There's going to be a person holding the planter, and there's going to be probably a person still in short. Bump, bump, bump. 3K, you instantly win the round. This has only worked once for me, and I cannot express enough. Do not do this play in ranked if you want to keep your elo. However, it is very, very cool if you pull it off, and you will feel like Megamind. So all I'm saying is very risky, but I have seen it done before. Coming on over to B here, we got a very, very simple one, an oldie but a goodie. You just teleport into this corner. Again, same idea as this A teleport. You're getting into an off angle early into the round that allows you to get a multi-kill if they don't clear you. And you also have an escape option as well, so if things go fishy, you cross, you get out, you smoke, and you're done with it. Moving on. Another play I like to do is I like to TP on top of this box, offer it. This is very good if you know they like to push window, because I normally just like sit here and I just ADS and then I drop off whenever I don't feel like being there anymore. Or if they start shooting at me, or if they start hard clearing me. Sova dart, gecko blind, whatever. Pretty self-explanatory. Alternatively, if you want to get a little bit more wackadoodle with it, you can teleport actually on top of the gong here and get the same angle. But this also allows you to have a little bit more space. But also with this top one that I forgot to mention, if you go all the way over to the right here, oh, would you looky there, there's an angle into grass as well. So this is a pretty versatile teleport. But other than that, just generally abuse verticality on Haven. You can get so many cheese head glitches, off angles, and overall just really, really dumb plays. If you can teleport on top of something and they don't see you teleport on top of said thing, generally it's a good idea. Speaking of stupid teleports, here's one that I said in the last video that I posted. You're blinding this, you're teleporting right here, you're getting ready to take your free kill there. If you want a more detailed explanation on this very teleport, go to the video that was posted just before this one. I quite literally spend a solid 7 minutes going over why this teleport is so broken. So I'm not going to go over that anymore. Just watch the video. Trust me, you won't regret it. Another teleport that I like to do is I will sit on top of this box right here. I'll wait for them to come through. I'll get one, I'll drop back, and then I'll TP short. Or if you want to get extra fancy with it, you get a kill, and then you teleport as you're dropping back. But again, this is a little bit too fancy for my liking. Boom, you teleport as you're dropping back. It's pretty safe. But yeah, so you get a kill, you drop back, you teleport, and then you're done with it. But yeah, as far as aggressive teleports on C go, I'll throw a deep smoke like this. I'll shift walk, like, up into cubby here. I'll wait for the smoke to drop, and then with the sound of the smoke dropping, because listen to the sound it makes when the smoke drops. It's like a whoosh, 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 like a boom. With that sound, I will use that sound to mask the teleport to go back here. This is very risky. This is another risky one. And I guarantee you, you will die and you will lose elo if you spam this play. However, you get style points if you can pull it off. Because all you do is you're just, boom, going as far back as you possibly can. Look, you are exposed from so much. I cannot express to you how many angles you're exposed from when you do this teleport. But it has worked for me in the past. You're going to throw the smoke probably deep here. You throw the deep smoke to bait them into going pretty far up here. Maybe going inside the smoke, whatever. As the smoke is going down, you're using the sound of the smoke going down to get this teleport off. And you're hoping that no one's sitting here, 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 or here. But when you do get this off, this is pretty good. But yeah. As far as ultimates on Haven go, a good ult that I like to use is you just ult into Heaven. You can ult into A Heaven pretty much at any point in the round. There's a very common misconception with the A Heaven ult that, oh, it's only a play. Oh, your team's pushing A, and the second that the barriers drop, you're spam clicking to go in Heaven. You can teleport A Heaven pretty much any point in the round, and it's going to be good for you. Because you can get some crazy wackadoodle lurk timings, because not only are they not going to think to re-clear Heaven later in the round, they're just going to be too lazy to re-clear Heaven later in the round. Because when omens are when inexperienced omens are teleporting, they're teleporting into your spawn on Haven. They're sitting here, they're waiting, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, let me get a 3k while they're rotating, they whiff every bullet, and then they get called FNS in all chat, and then they die. But teleporting A Heaven, for inexperienced omen players, is where they'll throw it here at the start of the round and think it's gonna work out for them. Just teleport Heaven late into the round. I cannot express this enough. Teleport Heaven late into the round. You can get so many cheese kills doing just this. It is absolutely unbelievable. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for this Omen guide. Again, if there's any teleport plays that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. If you want more content like this with VOD reviews, coaching, guides, and if you want a guide for a specific agent, leave it down in the comments below and I will do my best. If I bring this back up on screen real quick, once I hit 20 subscribers on Twitch, that is 9 more after this, I will be releasing an Ascent guide for every agent. That means I will go on Ascent and I will give you 1 or 2 plays with every single agent in the game on Ascent. And yeah, specifically on Ascent, I will do the other maps at some point, but they will all be for sub goals. But if you want it for Ascent, go sub to the Twitch. If you have Prime, it's free, but it's $5 a month, and you can cancel it anytime you want. I don't mean to be a sellout here, but I want my Twitch check, man. I'm broke. I need to feed my fam. But anyways, yeah, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Hey you, if you made it to the end of the video, make sure to subscribe to Berate, or I will take your Valorant elo.